Oh no! What the crap? Joe, we got a problem. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Ultra4 vlog. Got some stuff going on tonight, and Joe's up here beating with a hammer, so I want to see what he's doing.
What are you doing? These bushings out of here.
Why? What you got going?
So we're gonna do a little bit of a redesign on this front end.
What are we redesigning and why?
I'm getting there. We discovered that the front sway bar is just not going to work out the way we want it to. So we're going to add a front nose on here to mount the winch, and we're going to move this bar forward for a new mounting location for the sway bar.
Well, we were already kind of talking about adding, we want the winch out a little further front. So it's not too much of a change. The only thing that sucks is, I don't know, we may keep all this and just build off it, but we got to figure it out and get a plan in place, and we're going to work on that tonight. So tonight, what is it, sway bar, some winch stuff, that's pretty much it.
Pretty much.
Show you how we make the winch mount and get everything going up here. So yeah, as I was saying before I was really interrupted earlier, got the engine in and it's mounted. We went ahead and checked clearances on everything and fairly happy with it. We had to make one small minor change where the flex plate is. Need a little clearance there. Check the torque converter. We got our Florida torque converter, billet torque converter in there. Double checking some plumbing, lines, and overall we're real happy with it. No issues, but we pretty much already had this thing all together a few times before, so it's nothing that's going to be too crazy. Now it's just more final assembly surprises. Started getting all the plumbing put in here. We got one of our vent lines. We actually have two vents. We have a big 1-inch vent here, and then we have the smaller -8 tube that comes with the plate. So we're actually going to tie these two together so it can get a lot of air out. The bigger the vent, the faster air can get out. The faster air can get out of your tank, the faster fuel can get in. Now this ain't like a trophy truck where the fuel just pours in 60 seconds, so we got to do the best we can with what we got. Made a guard here, got to finish this up. This will have a plate here, so when the spare tire goes on, it's not hitting the lines here, and that'll protect that a little bit. And then past that, we got a bunch of the chassis painted in black steelite, and just doing a bunch of assembly across the board. And today we're working up fronts, and we're going to get the sway bar and the winch mounted, and check some stuff on the IFS. So what's first?
Gotta make some cuts.
Alright, as you can see, we did some grinding, cut off the old pieces we wanted off. They're growing. They're so pretty. So we got them off both sides. tube's not bad. It's always tough getting it nice and clean after you welded to it. But as a whole, it cleans up nice, especially with the tube sander. Comes together pretty good. Need some more belts for that. So now we're gonna kind of start figuring out how we're gonna do all this front end and get to it. What are we doing first?
Probably should start figuring out how the winch is gonna sit.
Winch and sway bar and light.
Sway bar
I'm
and
gonna
light.
go up here. So there's a light bar that we have mounted right here. We just tacked it, but that tucks up in there, and then the winch kind of sits out in front a little bit. And then we got to have the tube extended for the sway bar because it's going to mount right there. So we need to get the proper length out this way so that it all lines up. So let's get the measuring. So we got to measure how far out we want the sway bar off the mount. It's 90. So measure off here. 6 to the center.
Six to the center.
So half of that would be 5 1/4. So we need 2 5 1/4 cuts here. So we have one of the tubes done. Everything's coked and cleaned up for the notches. And this side's going to go here, and we've already verified with the square that we had the 90 degrees here that we wanted. And I think Joe's got this tube done, so the only thing left to do is knock out that side, and then we'll tack it all up and see what it looks like. What you doing over here?
Setting up the plasma table to get our winch plate cut.
You
See if I got it.
You need some help?
No.
Lift with your lower back in a jerking, twisting motion.
Over your knees, not your back. I'm pretty sure that you are your own worst enemy when it comes to strategically placing things around the shop.
Yeah. It's okay, I can't really. Alrighty, so we have our two gussets tacked in place. We squared them up, checked the angles, measurement. Everything's really happy. We have our new tube that's going out front here. This is going to go like that. Cleaned up the areas we're going to weld, all this mill scale. Not too bad on the tube, but so now we're going to put this on and tack it up. Kind of see how far it brings it out now, and we have some tube caps we'll use for this. Kind of cool. They're billet Devin up at Innovative Machine Solutions cut them. Actually, we got a picture of them. I'll put right here. So yeah, that'll look pretty cool there. So now that's hitting almost dead center where we want there. Yeah, that should work perfect. We'll check a few more measurements and make sure everything's happy, but as a whole I'm real happy with how that turned out. And I think I don't know, we got to figure out what we're gonna do. We might come down from there to there, make that a little bit of a bash plate and a winch mount, but yeah, we'll figure that out now. So switching to the smaller Warren, we're gonna see if we can tuck it inside here. We've got the rack, and it might be able to fit, but if we can do that, then that keeps it more flush and we don't have to have anything sticking out. And I like that, so we're gonna see if that fits. Oh, you got the rack?
Got the rack.
All right, let's see if it fits.
How low can you go? About right there.
All right, Joe, did we figure it out?
I have no idea.
You grab the winch. Let's show them what we did, or what we're going to do. So we decided we're going to mount it at the top, and we're going to move the light bar forward or something.
So it sits
So it's going to mount basically right there.
like so.
So what we did is we went over to the computer And we designed a plate in CAD, and now we're going to cut it out.
I'm not putting it through like I did before.
Look at that.
Look at that!
Would y'all look at this?
So, we got the winch mounted. We're happy with this. It tucks up in there. Let me see, Joe. So that's up there. So we'll get the fair lead mounted, and that's the only thing left to do. And it is low enough, or it's set up right that we can still mount the light bar where we wanted to. Do you have a light bar? We can actually mount it with the new area up in there. So that gives us, yeah, because the winch is below that. And it protects everything. We'll center that to the winch, drill some holes so it can recess in there, and then we'll do that right now. So let's get that marked.
Well, it can't go much further because that's about as far as it can go.
Okay. So let's get it marked, and then we'll mount up the fair lead, and then we can make the holes and recess it in. Okay, got the fair lead on loosely. It's just loose right now, so there's a little bit of wiggle room. We have to come behind it now where the bolts are, and we're going to drill countersunk. Can't see that. It's so hard to see in there. Countersunk holes so that this can sit flush. So marking the backside is going to be tricky, but here's a cool little trick. We're going to use some anti-seize and paint the bolt. Yeah, that's the bolt side, duh. So we'll paint the bolt, and then we'll kind of put a little bit of pressure up against the fair lead once it's squared up, and it'll make a mark on the back of the fair lead where we're going to drill it to fit. So now that he's got that on there, all right, I'll kind of push that in place. We use this for a lot of tabs. What else we use this for?
Anything we need to mark the back of the bolt.
Yeah, pretty much. So now he's going to push up against it.
Is that level?
Because it's
yes.
up against it, so.
Yeah, it's going to rock a little bit.
Okay.
So, got it?
Yep.
Okay, so let's see if I can get this nut out back here. And we should have a couple marks, and we're going to drill a 3/4 hole, and then I've got a flat bit. Okay, there we go. So there's mark number 1, mark number 2.
And I
Yeah, I
You
guess.
think Warren's going to care that we put the fairlead on him?
No. It only goes one way.
You sure about that? It says Warren right here.
It's fine. Again, we have plenty of room for that to sit up there like so.
Like so.
Okay, so to make life easy on the light bar, we decided we're going to drill a hole there. We'll drill a hole there, and it'll mount into the back plate. Drill a little bigger. Yep. Oh. Here she comes.
I think this is the wrong bit.
No, it's pretty dull.
Is this the final bit?
No.
I didn't think so. What'd you do?
It's going too slow. Oh, it's tough metal. 2, 2, 1. Oh. How are we going to punch through?
No.
That's loud.
Oh yeah, that did that to me. Here, let me see.
Oh,
It
that thing is.
was screaming when I did it. And then it catches. Oh my gosh, that's loud. Ow. Ow. My ears. That was loud. I was just like, no!
You may have to give them a volume warning.
Jeez Louise.
Daniel burned another bit. Did you burn another bit?
They're just garbage. Garbage, garbage, garbage. I have no idea if these will take the sharpening. Some bits do and some bits don't. If not, she's gonna scream. Woo! Look at that. You know what I'm doing. Is that the right size?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Grab the bolt.
That was the bigger one. That should be. Okay, cool. What am I doing?
You're putting it through the light.
This. I was so excited. There we go. We tighten this. We will calibrate. 0. It's pretty darn close. Right there. Oh yeah. Looks good. So, she coming together. Boom! That is hitting. Wow, dude, that is hitting perfect. This guy here, if you look straight down, you see everything's square. So now this will just be bent out that way to line up with this. But you see how that's all perfectly square? I like it. Change the look a little bit, not too crazy, but like I said, we still may come in with some kind of tube or something through there for some strength, but I don't know. Definitely got that sway bar out front.
It's a little cold.
Are you finally doing your white boy dance?
I'm doing my cold dance.
It's like a potty dance.
No, it's like I'm cold dance.
That's a potty dance.
I'm cold.
This is a potty dance.
I'm cold. No, this is a potty dance.
Oh yeah,
This is an I'm cold dance. Yeah.
And this is the Blue Man Group dance.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's do it.
All right, so as you saw, we got the winch mounted, we got the light mounted, we got the sway bar relocated, we got the engine in. What else did we do? We found more problems. No, that's just the way it goes. But yeah, so you kind of see what we got going on here. We're excited to finally get back on this. It's been a long few weeks. Won't talk about it. It is what it is. So, what's next? We're going to be shooting a video on Friday, going back over Joe's CJ, talk some more about the Crossfire stuff. We'll be posting up a video in the next few days of the unedited Hoonigan Burnyard. Just a long 30-minute video of thrashing, burnouts, and just a good time at SEMA. So yeah, we'll get that. We're working on a schedule here. We want to get 2 videos a week is what we're going to start committing to make sure we get that done. So you guys know that every week you're going to have an update on the Ultra4 and then an update on all the other projects we're doing on primarily the CJ that we're building with Joe. Make sure, if you're not subscribed, get subscribed so you can get entered in our giveaways. If you like the video, hit the like button and ring the bell for notifications so you can be the first one to see the video and any cool stuff we got going on. So with that, we'll see you next time.